for trading 4 picks to the Niners to move up from 3rd to 2nd overall. But Mitchell Trubisky was all smiles today when he was introduced by the Bears, who hope he will soon end the franchise's 3-decade-plus long drought of having a Pro Bowl quarterback. Still hasn't been introduced to Mike Glennon, but Mitchell said that he knows Chicago's big offseason signing is the starter. Round 2 of the draft follows us right here on ESPN. The Bears are scheduled to pick 4th, number 36 overall. As for number 2 overall, Jamel, do you like the Bears' big move to get Trubisky? And not as a Niners fan. I know as a Niners fan you liked it. Do you like it for Chicago?
I loved it. This was a bold move, as John Lynch called it, and I know we'll talk about the Niners in a minute. I had a Bears fan tweet me last night. And he said, I just decided to break up with the Bears. Should I date other teams? And I told him, I was like, stay uncommitted, all right, and use protection. But nevertheless, look, I understand why Bears fans are really frustrated. They look at what they gave up to move up one spot, and they look at who they gave it up for, somebody who doesn't have a lot of college experience, who I guess they become a prisoner of what we all do. If you're hearing all these draft narratives over and over and over again about how he lacks the experience, how he's at least a year away, I think we have been, it's funny how we've come full circle as NFL fans. It used to be sitting a quarterback who had potential was the norm, right? Now, because of Andrew Luck and other instant successes, even if you want to put Dak Prescott in there, if a quarterback isn't prepared to start right away, fans feel like they've gotten a bust. And so I think they're just looking at this from the standpoint of they don't trust the player.
There you go.
They don't trust the player.
No, it's not that they don't trust the player. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Well, I'll say if this was a draft year where there was a for sure Peyton Manning or for sure Andrew Luck or even an RG3, they would feel a lot better about this. But they don't trust that Mitchell Trubisky is going to be the guy.
Well, but see, here's the thing. They don't trust the Bears, okay? And there are no sure things. And let me take this opportunity, this is going to be a running theme throughout our draft conversations, to make my annual public service announcement. The draft is more than one round. The problem when they split it up to round 1 and then 2 and 3 tonight and then the rest of it on Saturday is people want to grade the draft after one pick. They're not done. That's number 1. Number 2, I don't particularly have a taste for low-hanging fruit. I don't like the taste of it. So the low-hanging fruit here is to beat up on the Bears because the Bears don't know what they're doing. See, I'm glad you used the relationship analogy because the problem with Bears fans is they're bitter. The optimism has been beaten out of them so much until they block their blessings. The Bears fans are that single man or woman who's like, man, I wish I could find somebody. I wish I could find somebody. Well, won't you go up with my boy? Nah, that's all right. That's okay. I'm just going to stay home and watch Greenleaf. I'm good. I'm all set. I don't want a relationship. Was Mike Glennon the answer? Was Mike Glennon the answer? No, he was not. So they went up and got a quarterback because the draft is not about being convinced. It's about conviction. And if Ryan Pace and John Fox and that organization feel like he could be the guy, doesn't have to be that guy right now, but if he could be the guy, right pick. Right pick.
Right.
People always say, oh, you don't know. Why do y'all hype up these prospects? Nobody knows. But then they get on Twitter and it's like, oh, this is a terrible pick. This is a terrible pick. Well, you don't know either. Let them live for one day.
The Bears fans don't go off on them because they feel like they could be bad all by themselves.
They're bitter.
Messed up.
Got a quarterback and don't know how to act. Don't even know how to treat a quarterback.
Look, we'll get to the Browns in a moment. But I'm going to go ahead and declare my 49ers the winners of round 1. They fleeced the Bears. Thank you, Chicago. Turned one of the additional picks they got from the Bears to flat out steal Reuben Foster at 31, which, of course, happened after they selected Solomon Thomas 3rd overall. Not a bad start at all for rookie general manager John Lynch. Certainly gets an A+ from me for round 1.
Oh, you out here grading drafts now?
Oh, I mean,
so I thought I was a resident draft nerd. I thought I was the person that...
I'm just trying to appreciate greatness.
You live tweeted the draft, I noticed last night. So you like it.
I had to be prepared for the show.
Say you like it.
I had to be prepared for the show.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yes,
okay, no.
That's right.
You loved it. You trust this process as well. But you know what? You're sometiming. That's what we used to say back in the day.
What did I do?
When they hired John Lynch, you and a lot of 49ers fans, because you don't believe in Jed York either, you said, man, here you go hiring the next Matt Millen. Now you want to make him Bill Walsh. After the first round and 2 picks. You did a great job. After Kyle Shanahan and the Falcons blew that 28-3 lead, you were like, that's my head coach. Oh, man, that's my head coach. What are we going to do? So now that he's got 2 of his top 3 players, according to his board, y'all want to put him in the Hall of Fame, too. He's the next Bill Walsh.
We in business.
The dynasty's back now, huh?
It's back, right?
He's so fraudulent. Such a fraudulent fan.
I'm not
Such a fair weather fraudulent fan.
That's why I can identify with where the Bears are and why they're having an emotional breakdown right now. You're a fan. You're not rational. And so, yes, when they hire John Lynch, the best I could do is we'll see. Even though everything in my mind was thinking, if this turns out to be another Matt Millen, I'm going to lose it, right? But, of course, you have to wait until they actually have to practically do something in order to judge, so in many ways, both of our messages are sent. Wait to see, because you never know. All I know is this. We have the potential for we're back to we.
The journalist in you once upon a time wouldn't have said that.
I'm just throwing that out the window right now.
Full-blown talking
Thinking about how nasty this defense is going to be. I mean, I just...
D-line, 3 straight years.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. And Reuben Foster, I mean, I know there was a lot of concerns about his physical health and certainly about everything that happened and all the drama. I get that. But I really feel like with his demeanor, his personality, like that was more than I could have ever hoped for. When I saw that he was still there, I was like, oh my God.
Patrick Willis boy.
Yeah. So everything just fit into place. And so for me, this was a very happy moment. That's all I can say.
You said the key word a second ago, or the key phrase. And sometimes it's the right answer. And nowadays, it's got to be yes or no. Sometimes it's we'll see. Apply that to all the picks. Sometimes it's we'll see. You know what the best part of that first round for the Niners is? The Solomon Thomas story. He and John Lynch having a class together, or whether